Welcome back to Tinygrams Games, and today I'm going to bring you 10 tips for the free-to-play player for Galaxy of Heroes, the new Star Wars game. Now, I say free-to-play player, but it's really applicable to all. It's just that's the target audience. Tip 1. This is going to sound like the most obvious piece of advice you've ever received in your life, but here goes. The screen scrolls. That's right. You can scroll to the right. There's a Galactic War over there. You can scroll to the left. There's events over there. There's challenges. Now, I know you're rolling your eyes right now, but I'm going to tell you, when I started this game, I didn't know the screen scrolled. I just sat on this main screen forever. And where it becomes really important is things like in the challenges, they actually scroll. So on Sunday especially, there are 5 challenges. You might not have known that. Yes, you can scroll over. This is also the case for characters. So if you go to Luminara and you click Find to find out where to get her shards, it's not just these 2. Boom, there's a 3rd one. It's just hiding off to the right. There are no indications anywhere you can scroll, but trust me, you can scroll. And you've probably found that out. Alright. Okay. Tip number 2. This is not a game like Pokemon where the goal is to catch them all if you want to be the free-to-play player and you want to have the most efficient use of your resources. If you look at my team, I've got some 7-star guys, which means they're completely maxed out. I've got a really good group of guys, but then if you scroll down, I don't even have half the characters. I might not even have a 1/3 of the characters. And then there's a lot of characters I want. I'd love to have Lando and Han and Maul. Now, do I want the Mob Enforcer? Not really. But the point is, while I might want them for my collection and just to be able to say I have them, I'm not actually going to be able to use them right away. And in this game, the goal is really to be able to have a really strong lineup rather than a wide, diverse group of characters. You want to try to make some really good characters that you're going to get a lot of mileage out of. Because to be honest, level 1 guys that are 1-star do nothing. All they do is walk in and die. You need characters that are actually going to do something for you. Okay, closely associated with that is gearing up. Now, when I start games like this with limited resources, I get very hesitant in the beginning. Ooh, I don't want to waste my resources, and so I generally save them. And so I didn't gear up my guys for quite some time. But I can assure you, when you get a new character, gear them up. And what I mean by gear them up is over here where you have see all these pluses. You click on them, you can give them new gear. The gear that you're using for these new characters is extremely plentiful. You don't have to worry. Look, I've saved up 154 of these and it costs 1. You will get more. Don't worry, it's not an issue. Use your gear early. It's very important. It gives them a lot of their stats come from this gear. And then when you get all of the pieces, make sure you click upgrade. You get a big boost. So now my guy is substantially better. He has a lot more health and he has a lot more of other abilities. He hits harder. He's just a better character all around. Closely associated with that is training your characters. But training is a little bit more dicey because you only have so many resources. Unlike the gear, which is plentiful, money is not. And we'll get into that later. But if I wanted to train this guy all the way up, it would cost me 1.1 million credits. I think you can see why he's still level 2. Because if I trained all my guys to level 60, there's no way I could possibly have that much money. Okay, another thing you want to make sure you're doing, and this is a little bit trickier, is bringing your abilities up. And what I mean by this is I'll go to a level 1 guy whose abilities I haven't increased yet. So the guy we were just looking at, the Magna Guard. If you look at this, he has these abilities, and I can click on this, and it says if I level him to level 16, I can use 3 of these ability mats to make him plus 5% damage. That's really good. You want to do this on the characters you are going to be using. However, mats are not quite as plentiful as gear is. So you want to make sure that you're a little bit careful. So for instance, this guy, if you look, the blue mats, I don't have nearly as many as the green ones, and the purple mats, I barely have any. So you have to be careful on how you use them, but make sure you are using them on the characters you're using, and especially the ones that are going to be valuable long term. Jedi Counselor, as you can see, you'll have him right away. He's great. If you buy Dooku, you'll have him right away. He's great. And as we'll talk about later, you want to get these 5. Use them on all the guys you're going to use long term. I would recommend doing some on Chewbacca. He remains good as a tank even later. My next tip for you is to get to level 18 as fast as you can. And you can do this pretty quick. When you level up, you get more of your energy back, and you can continually use it over and over and over. Get to 18 as fast as you can, because in the squad cantina battles that open, you get a lot of access to character shards. Just on level 1, you can get somebody useful like Chewbacca already on letter C. Now, when you get a little farther along, this is when it gets really good, because on 3A, you get access to the Counselor. And if you look, I'm still using the Counselor as my elite team. He's in my elite team, and he is now 7 stars, often from the back of those cantina battles, just over and over and over, going back and using them. In addition to that, there are shipments in there which allow you to buy really good characters. I've chosen to focus on old Dooku. Boba Fett is also in there. He can be amazing. I just played a battle where he died 7 times and kept bringing himself back to life. It was incredibly frustrating. If he was on my team, it would have been amazing. So get 18 fast and get in there. Another piece of advice I have for you is use your squad arena shipment points on Darth Sidious. So I've been playing the game now I think it's about 3 months in the beta, since the beta started, and the metagame has shifted. And what I mean by that is the characters that are good have come and gone. There was a point where Jawas were the best. It was ludicrous. But you know who's always been good? Darth Sidious. I highly recommend you stick all of your arena shipment points into Darth Sidious. Now, I didn't have this advice when I started. I got, 1 4-star Darth Sidious, and then I thought, oh, I love Asajj Ventress. She looks cool. I'll make her. And I made her, and then I made IG-88, and then I realized, oh, what am I doing? And I focused on Sidious, and he is now 7 stars for me, but it took me a lot longer to get him there because I was messing around. So the way to do that is to make sure you do your squad arena battles every day. If you look at prizes, you're going to get a variable amount. Even when you first start, if you're only in the top 1,000, you're getting 500. Look at this. Even the top 5,000, you're still getting 300. You're almost able to get 5 of his shards every day, and you are, in fact, just by completing the activity as well, which gives you another 100. So just by doing your arena, you're going to get a piece of Sidious every day, and it won't be long before you actually have him. Okay, I know I said this is for the free-to-play player, but I recommend buying Dooku. This is the way I look at it. If you buy Dooku and that's it, this app costs $5. It's a ton of fun. I've spent a lot of time with it. And Dooku is really good because he's great early. He helps you push through that early content that would otherwise be kind of a pain to get through. And he's great late. As you can see in this top row is my elite squad. He's still in my elite squad. He is amazing early. He's amazing in the middle, and he's amazing at the end. So to me, it's worth it for $5 for an app that I love. Did I spend $50 for the package of female heroes, which would have been great? No. I consider myself a free-to-play player, even though I spent the $5 on Dooku. I'm not telling you have to have him, but he's great. He is well worth the $5, and you get more in the package as well. All right. My next piece of advice for you is to buy these shipments here. I know you probably don't need this gear now, but all the gear that's going to give you early on is incredibly helpful. I'm going to go ahead and buy this now. I don't really need it, but you will need it. It'll be very useful. Even if you don't need it now, you'll need it very soon, and you'll be very happy when you realize, oh, this gear isn't even farmable. How am I going to gear this guy up now? Oh, cool, I bought that. Oh, that's great. And it'll come in very handy. Money. Whew, okay. Money is the resource in this game. I told you before, I showed you a cost of 1.1 million credits just to level up some guy. So one of the best ways to get money in this game, there are 2 major ways. The first one is the one that's going to be available to you. It's the Bounty Hunter challenge. It's only going to be available, I think it's 2 or 3 times a week. Sunday for sure. Apparently today is Tuesday, so Tuesday as well. When you win this challenge, you're going to get droids. You go here under sell items, and then you can sell these droids, and you get money for them. So I have 67 of this droid. I'm going to go ahead and sell them. 67,000. That's not bad. The other great way to get money, and this is my next piece of advice, get into the Galactic War as soon as you can. I believe it's 40, level 40 that you have to be. but this is where you get the resources. Oh my goodness, so much money. Each of these boxes, as you get to the second half, they're worth about 50,000 each. This is where you get a lot of money, a lot of ability mats, and you get these emerald shards, and they're extremely generous. If you can do a full clear, you get almost 1,200. You know what that means? That means 3 Luminaras a day. Luminara is amazingly good. In fact, I believe I'm supposed to be buying her right now. Boom! She's so good. Get all the shards you can of her, and if you get a full clear, it's 3 a day. So I will have another video later where I walk you through the best way to clear this, because to be honest, it's pretty hard when you're low level. Even at level 60, it can be challenging, but I've got some tricks for you that'll help you get through. And the last piece of advice I have for you is to make sure you use all your resources every day. Do all of your daily activities. Do all 5 of your squad arena battles. Make sure you're never at your max of either of your energy. This is how you progress fast, by using all of your resources as often as you can. And one more thing that I forgot to show you in the scrolling screen. If you're new, you don't realize there's free packs. Scroll over, boom, 3 times a day, there's a free pack for you. Let's see what we get. Maybe something amazing. No, not amazing at all, but that's okay. All right, so hopefully you found this video helpful for you. I have 2 more videos I'm working on. First one is how to get through the Galactic War, and the second one is how to make an elite squad to be able to get through the Galactic War, to be able to dominate the arena, all these things. So stay tuned for more. I'll see you next time on Tiny Grimes Games.